The way I see Dylan, I think he's got to come from a rich family. He's got to come from money. I think he's spoiled. I think it's part of his problem. I think he's a dilettante. He's a dabbler. He doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life. And he's got a pair of rose-colored glasses. He sees the world as nothing's a big deal. It's all whatever. HIV. Psh. He's not seen real prejudice ever, and he's got blinders on. He doesn't even know that that's happened, and that's a big part of his problem. Is he doesn't know the history of his own community, and the big part of the play is a journey of discovery for him on both fronts, on the rose-colored glasses and on the history thing. So the rose-colored glasses come off, and he sees the history. So,
my character is Charles. He is somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 plus. He'll probably only admit to 62. He is cantankerous, irascible, difficult to get to know, difficult to like, at least publicly. Privately, he's of course got a long history of experiences of being gay in various decades. He's the voice of history in this show. He has been there and done that, and will tell you about what he was wearing when he did it. He gives a voice to those who have gone before and spoken out and been on the forefront of the gay rights movement.
I play Noah, who was a very successful businessman with a wife, and has now become a rather unsuccessful divorcee, but he is also an aspiring actor. He has kind of left all his former life behind in pursuit of this dream of his. He's also the super of the building that the play takes place in. Not that he's the most qualified man for the job, but he is certainly the closest. In an odd sort of way, Noah kind of holds the building together, in as much that he, much like he does with his own family throughout the course of the play, he is kind of responsible for bringing everybody together. These are four very different people with four very different lives that all live in this building. And I think Noah is kind of he's, for lack of a better word, the patriarch of the group.
Wayne is kind of everybody's foil, almost. They kind of tend to unload a bunch of stuff on him. And he takes it all with stride, doesn't quite know how to process it. But through it all, he's got some abandonment issues as well. He's got some relationship issues with his father and his parents, and comes from a broken home. But through it all, in the end, he makes his workaholicism work for him in his behalf, for the betterment. Wayne is kind of the ideal as far as love and relationship goes, or is his search for it is the ideal. He wants to have this delicate balance of having both work and relationships both work successfully, and sometimes that doesn't always happen. And him trying to work through that is kind of the driving force as far as his character goes.
The thing that I enjoy the most about the story that I hope the audience leaves with is the idea of two generations, or even that are maybe even more than a generation apart, but two different generations of gay culture, that one kind of naive to the other, one resentful of the other for its naivete. So I enjoy the relationship between the oldest character and the youngest character, because they do not understand each other, and I think that it's great if both of those representatives of those two generations in the audience come away with a better understanding of the other's perspective. The story is driven by the interaction of these four characters. So my job as director is really to help these actors find all of the really interesting stuff that's there to find, all of the nuances and the all of the things about these characters that drive them to the choices they make in this play and how they react to each other. And so that's really what I'm doing.